Hello everybody, NFL just wrapped up week number 12. Believe it or not, yes, we've made it through 12 weeks of the National Football League, and 12 weeks are done, but that doesn't mean we have a lot to talk about, does it? A full slate of NFL week review. Got the Whoa. No. Not the Christmas decoration. No, put your back under your bed. Stay with it. Okay, that might be the last time I do this during the Christmas season. Merry Christmas and happy holiday season to everybody out there that is ready to celebrate the holidays. I know a lot of people who have never been this, oh my god, I'm doing it again. I'm gonna have to get used to this set. But I know a lot of people that really have not been this pumped up for the holidays for probably a few years now. But they're here and we're ready to go. And of course, who doesn't want to have the holidays during a pandemic? Because they're just amazing and they're awesome. And of course, we have the holidays up here in the set. So, of course, we do some Christmas lights, some signs, and of course, an ornament. That's Christmas. Stay tuned with this channel throughout the holiday season. We may or may not have a contest. Of course, we know the winners of our contest get a shout out, and in the comments may or may not be able to have a private thing they want the viewers of you to see. That may be put out to the video for everybody to see it. So that is how we're looking at it right now, is you can win in this competition. This isn't just a one-person thing. You can win in this competition, this contest. We'll be doing a few contests throughout the holiday season. So check out and stay tuned with the channel. Of course, there is still sports news throughout the holiday season as well. So we'll have plenty of that. And plus, Christmas specials spread throughout the jolly time. So stick around. Stick around. It's a grand old time, and it's my first holiday season on YouTube. Of course, I guess I get to say that for everything coming up until around March, but we got our holiday decor set up, so I'm pretty pumped about that. Anyway, let's get into today's video today. We start off with, I think, something that a lot of people might be on their minds. Maybe they might not be on everybody's mind, but it's definitely on my mind today, is the New England Patriots coming home with a victory. For some people, this may be like, oh, come on. Why the heck do we care that the Patriots have came home with a win? I mean, why? A lot of you guys might be like, I just don't care. Understandably, you don't care because a lot of people just really don't for some reason. Maybe because of the Patriots and they're 6-time Super Bowl champions. But Patriots fans need to be aware of this, that we are now going to start talking about the playoffs. And the playoff door was shut, and I think we were about to shut the door on it officially. But I'm not ready to shut the door on it quite yet. For good reasons, I'm not ready to shut the door on it yet. I think there's still very good chances for the Patriots. There's still a path. Is it slim? Yes, but there is still a path for the Patriots to go to the playoffs. What will they do in the playoffs? That's something to talk about when the time comes. Because, right, we don't know what they'll do in the playoffs. We don't know how they'll work it out and what will they do in the playoffs. We don't know until the playoffs actually come around what to expect. So we have to wait. We just have to wait a little while to see what the Patriots can pull out of the pocket, if they can even make it to the playoffs. But it's like this vicious cycle with them. They lose against the teams that they're expected to win against, and they win against the teams that they're expected to lose against. I think this week the defense did a good job of controlling Kyler Murray really well and making sure that he can't take off with the ball and he can't go so good that they did a very good job with that, is in controlling Murray. But yet again, it was a 50-yard field goal that won the game. And I guess we know now as Patriots fans that this is what we're going to have to deal with for the remainder of the season. These very close, knit, tight games. We're just going to have to deal with them for the rest of the year. And that's something, guys, we just have to get used to at this point. We're going to have to deal with this. So let's try to keep it close and let's try to do it right? Because that's what we're going to have to do. Patriots fans know that. We all kind of basically got that last year that these New England Patriots are going to be a different team than they were a few years back, but they're this different where we know now that we're expecting these close games and these very tight games. About 3 points, a field goal win, and Cam Newton is not bad. Let's just say that. But he cannot perform to the winning talent. Like, he could be a really good quarterback if he can maybe spartan up his game, maybe work on a few different things. I mean, that's something that we need to know. And is Tom Brady, is Cam Newton going to be the next quarterback for the New England Patriots? I'm not shutting the door on that either, because who else are they going to take? I don't see Stidham spending much more time with New England after this week. After a few weeks ago when we saw his performances, I don't see Stidham staying with the Patriots. So what makes me think that we will see anybody else really stick with them? We need to find the guy, and a lot of quarterbacks are in free agency come 2021. So Patriots are going to be out there looking for somebody, but Cam Newton could sign yet again. And he has nothing but good things to say about Bill Belichick. Maybe they're getting along, and maybe they're going to be signing another year contract. Who knows? We don't know until that time comes what next season's going to have or what it's going to entail. And it's always important to think about what could happen instead of thinking, well, there's no way that will happen. There's just no way that could happen. We have to keep an open mind on what could happen there. But yes, as I said in the opening, the New England Patriots playoff gate has opened up. It was closed for a very long time, actually. I never officially shut the door. I'm going to keep it open. They won by 50-yard field goal. Nick Folk, good job on that. So we will see if they can continue to prevail. But right now, the doors have opened for potentially a run not a run in the playoffs, probably like a get kicked out the first round. Be lucky if we don't. But we will see what will happen, and we will see how it develops and what it does here. So stick around to see what the Patriots can do, but if they can't really do much, it is what it is. We have to stick around, and we have to watch it if the Patriots can make this run. Next week, though, they're going on a West Coast swing, the New England Patriots. So they're starting to go towards the West Coast. Looking at their schedule, they basically have to win every game from now on. They have to win every game. So could they pull that off? Is I think what everybody's wondering is, well, can they pull it off? Their last game of the season is the Jets, and historically, the last game of the season for the Patriots, they always lose because they don't give their good guys in the games. But this year, they're probably more than likely going to have to put all their good guys in because they're not a good team. They're a really bad team. And their last game of the season, they'll still be competing for big wins. So that is another thing we have to think about. Normally, historically, yes, they lose the last game of the season every single year, basically because they don't play Brady much. They don't play their good guys, but now it just doesn't matter. Next week, they do play the Chargers at 4:45. The New England Patriots play the Chargers. This could be a win because they seem like they win against the teams they should lose to. So it probably could be a win. Then they play the Rams, which is a Thursday night game. It could be a good one. They need to win these two in the West Coast, and they go play the Dolphins, which Tua is legit, I think, and I think they got to play good. The Bills, they could really take down the Patriots. The Jets, I don't know. I'm not going to count it out, I will tell you that, because I'm not going to count out that we would lose to the Jets. That's how bad this team is this year. Are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers legit, or were we really overhyping them this year? Remember, in my early NFL predictions, which you guys can go check them out, they're just about a few months ago, I said that Tampa Bay Buccaneers will make it to the conference finals against the 49ers, and they will lose because I think they were very well looked at as a team with many guns. Yes, I said they'll be up to a slow start, and I think we were right. They started off slow. Now, Tampa Bay is in a place where they're not playing good. They're playing really bad. Not really bad, but not good. Kansas City played them this weekend. It was a loss. They didn't win it. But I think that stirs up the talk. Is this team legitimate? Is this a team that is legit? Because that's something I think we need to talk about now. Because everyone's been stirring up the conversations that this team is the team. Like, there's no doubt about it, guys. This is the team, and this team will this team's going to be Tom Brady's next dynasty or whatever. The Chiefs have only lost one game this season with a 10-1 record. Very well looked at, honestly. When the Buccaneers with a 7-5 record now, it's looked at a little differently, I think. And I think many people are stirring up the conversation of, well, are the Bucs legit? Because Tom Brady loses, and now Bruce Arians going after Tom Brady publicly the last few weeks. Saying, well, he calls his own calls, he calls his own stuff. It's like it's a tropical paradise down there, but no one can get very much along. It very well seems like that. Very concerning what's happening in Tampa right now. You see, Tom Brady might be not liking it down there so much. We've heard recent reports coming out from ESPN, one of the top people you could look at, ESPN, reporting some not good stuff at the top level, some Bruce Arians conflict with Tom Brady. Not good at all when you're getting conflict at that coach quarterback position. And Arianson is putting himself in that position where in his press conference it's like, I'm the one doing everything right. It's not me that's causing our problems. That is really causing some big issues within the organization, in my opinion. And I think Tom Brady is, and even ESPN's reporting that, they're in many big outrests. They're not enjoying what is happening right now. And I totally believe that this is true. Because I think Tom Brady came to Tampa Bay. I don't even think I know this. Because he wanted to get away from Bill Belichick, who we heard, it's basically been made public, drove him out of town. And I'm not going to blame Bill Belichick. He's one of the best coaches in the NFL, and I think he's done a very good job. Brady just couldn't handle the tough coaching anymore. He just couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle being coached tough. He couldn't handle being coached right. And he just wanted to get away. He wanted to go to a place where he could call his own shots. Where he could call his own shots. Where he could do his own thing. That is where Tom Brady wanted to go. Where he could say, I can make this play and I'm alright and I'm not going to get yelled if I mess up. And I'm not going to get beaten in practice, and I'm not going to get talked badly about in press conferences. Has anyone ever heard Bill Belichick say a bad thing about Tom Brady in a press conference? I'm sure in meetings with his team or in front of Brady he's been called out. I'm sure that's happened. But I'm not sure that Bill Belichick has ever called out Tom Brady in a press conference to the extent that Bruce Arians is right now. Respect for the quarterback is top notch. Yes, he messes up sometimes, and it was some mess ups, but don't play the card that you do everything right, that you're the one that does everything right, because don't play that. Because sometimes it's going to really get you in trouble. Already we're hearing Tom Brady is not liking where he is, and he's not liking what he's seeing, what is happening. It makes me lead to believe that he's just not liking where he is. He's just not liking it. So we'll see what he can do. And as time rolls on, is this team going to be legitimate? Because we're seeing that it's starting to fall apart, I think. But we're also seeing good things. That Tom Brady and the Buccaneers are able to come together and really run. And run the game well. Yes, they lost. They were down by a lot of points, but they ended up kind of closing the gap. But that's what happened. And in that game, it is very well notable that this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team is not completely out of it yet. And they're not completely fallen apart. I still think they're a legitimate threat. But the question now for everybody out there is, were they overhyped? And I think it's a yes. This team is not developing well, and about this point at week 12, going into week 13, where you're only going to play the best competition in the playoffs, they need to be able to do something good, and they're going to be able to do something good. So let's see what they can do from now on and in the near future, but I'm not ready to say, oh yeah, they're out of it yet. I'm not ready to say, yeah, this team's not legitimate yet. But we're hearing conflict from Tom Brady and Bruce Arians. Doesn't ring good thoughts to me. So that's that. And of course, we can't go without saying this week has been full of a lot of COVID stuff. And we've been really avoiding it in the NFL the last few weeks about even having to touch upon COVID really in these recap videos. But goes without question. We need to talk about coronavirus today. These guys, we kept getting report after report after report that so many different players had COVID on Sunday. And the NFL only had to postpone one game, which of course was Thanksgiving games. And we all know that Thanksgiving games were pretty much boring. I mean, they weren't awesome. That game was going to be the best of the best, I think we thought. And yet again, we didn't get to see it because of coronavirus. 2020 there for you. Steelers were so mad because their Thanksgiving game was taken away from them. Their bye week was taken away from them because teams couldn't control coronavirus. Then a Steelers player gets the coronavirus, and, well, it's not looking that great for them. And now, rumors have it, if the Ravens can't play, they have to forfeit this week, which will help the Steelers. They'll go 11-0, and the only 11-0 team. But they're not the only players that came down with COVID. The Broncos had to run a third-string quarterback, some guy who was drafted as a wide receiver, to play quarterback. And heck, he didn't do terrible. But the coronavirus in the NFL is here. It's back. And I think it's hit this sport harder than any other. Since I came in, when I came into covering the sports, it's in the middle of the pandemic that we started this, but when I came in and started it, many things were going on with coronavirus, and really the first sport that was hit hard was Major League Baseball. And they kind of got it for I say a month there, eventually cleared it, and then all of a sudden, they kind of just got rid of it. The NFL got it big for a few weeks. Big. Lots of teams got this virus, and they got it big. It seemed like they were able to contain it for a few weeks, and you saw one or two people get the virus. But now we're seeing another big spike here in the NFL. I think this sport was supposed to be one of the best in the beginning of the season of containing the virus. But yet again, we're seeing outbreaks. And this leads me to concern about an NHL and an NBA season, just because more outbreaks could be around the corner. So, I think that's important to know. Important to even just touch upon here, because I know a lot of people probably don't like coronavirus because they don't want to hear it anymore. But it's in the NFL, and it's been in the NFL now for quite a few days. So we'll continue to follow that. I mean, I've been following that a lot, and it's continued to be an issue. So we will see what will happen and how it will work out, who and what can happen there, and we will just see how it all kind of shapes up. You guys know what I mean, like how everything goes. But it's time for Sunday Night Football. It was on NBC last night. It was a showdown for two rivalries. There was no people in attendance. There's a few, maybe I think it was 500, the guy said, just there to test out protocols. 41-25. Take a guess who won the game. Packers. I thought the Bears could win, but they couldn't. This is a rivalry that goes back very long to the beginning of the NFL, but still a heck of a game for the Green Bay Packers. They're 8-3. They take the top. Bears 5-6. They fall. More losses than wins. So we'll see what they can pull off and how they can pull it off. But there it is, Sunday night. That is what happened on Sunday Night Football. And football doesn't end. Of course, tonight's Monday Night Football. There's a game tonight, but there's a game on Tuesday. Steelers and Ravens, of course, will play on Tuesday. So you get continuous days of football for a pretty good amount of time. In this game, I'm going to make a prediction for you. I actually like the Steelers a lot, but last time the Steelers almost lost to the Ravens, so I wouldn't count them out. But yeah, I think the Steelers have a great shot blowing the Ravens out, especially as the Ravens have been not playing to their top potential lately. I mean, they've been playing terrible lately, honestly. So I really like that to happen, and we'll continue to see what happens. But I do really like that, and so, all right, now let's switch gears. Well, last segment of the day, it's to look at every single game from today every single game. I'm going to read them through you. But since we're almost to the playoffs, I'm going to also tell you the standings for each team right now. Then the AFC East, in first place, the Bills. Second place, the Dolphins. Third place, the Patriots. And fourth place, the Jets. In the West, AFC West, the Chiefs are winning. The Raiders, the Broncos, and then the Chargers are in last place. In the AFC North, the Steelers, the Browns are in second. The Ravens are in third. And the Bengals are in fourth. In the AFC South, the Titans are in first. The Colts are in second. The Texans are in third. The Jaguars are in fourth. And then in the NFC, let's go to the East, NFC East. The Giants are in first. They're winning that division. And they only have 4 wins, by the way. That division's so bad. Washington's in second. They have 4 wins, 7 losses, the same as the Giants. We'll see if they can take it. Eagles with 3 wins, 6 losses. They're in third. Cowboys are in last. Seattle is in first in the NFC West. The Rams are in second. The Cardinals are in third. The 49ers are in fourth. In the North, the Packers are in first. The Vikings are in second. The Bears are in third. The Lions are in fourth. In the South, the Saints are in first. The Buccaneers are in second. The Falcons are in third. And the Panthers are in last. So those are your standings. Now let's take a look around the league, looking at every single game that that you guys are going to want to hear. It was Thanksgiving, 3 Thursday football games. The first one, the Texans destroyed the Lions 41-25. 2 41 games on Thanksgiving, by the way. Washington beats Cowboys 41-16. The Bills on Sunday beat the Chargers 27-17. The Titans beat the Colts 45-26. A lot of blowouts this week. This was actually a close game. Vikings-Panthers. Vikings win by an extra point, 28-7. Browns beat the Jaguars 27-25. Giants to take the lead in their division beat the Bengals 19-17. Patriots versus the Cardinals. Nick Folk 50-yard field goal to win it. Patriots win 2017. Dolphins and Jets. I guess you can say normally if both teams were competitive it would have been a good thing, but no. Dolphins blow them out 20-3. Raiders Falcons 43-6. Saints, Broncos, 31-3. Hill is really doing a good job down there in New Orleans and could take over for Breeze one day. 49ers, Rams, 23-20. 49ers beat the Rams. Chiefs, Buccaneers. Who's the better quarterback this year? Mahomes is trying to say that he's better than Tom Brady this season, not forever, but this season, because he wins 27-24. Sunday night football, Packers, Bears. Packers win 41-25. Tonight, Monday Night Football, you can watch the Seahawks and the Eagles. And on Tuesday, on NBC, you can watch the Ravens and the Steelers. And, of course, we'll be back next week for Week 12 review. Thank you for watching this video. Comment down below about anything or all of the topics that you want to talk about. Subscribe to this channel if you are new, because new analytics are showing about 85% of you who watch these videos aren't subscribed. Give this like button if you enjoyed all the videos. Oh, by the way, there's now 20% of you who are, so continue to watch. And turn on post notifications. Thank you all for watching this video. Have a fabulous, fantastic day, and peace out.